Oof, this looks crazy. Okay. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Justin Colon coming to you live from the Reality Rundown to talk everything Real Housewives of Miami. We're just gonna do a quick little rundown of this past week's episode and get into everything from South Beach, Miami. So, I want to rewind a little bit. Gertie's party, the text messages. We're gonna dive right into it. Gertie showed text messages between her and Julia. I really didn't feel like it was anything that was like putting Julia down. It was literally just their conversation. It wasn't exposing any secrets. It wasn't like making her look like she's cheating on her wife. It wasn't like nothing nasty. It was literally like proving to everyone like this is the conversation we had, and that's that. People are executing Gertie without realizing that for every reaction, there's an action behind it. So why did Gertie do these things? She was assaulted. She got water thrown in her face. She was embarrassed at that point. So guess what? She felt like she had to do it back. Do two wrongs make a right? Absolutely not. But at the same time, she did what she had to do, and it's housewives, y'all. Come on. However, Alexia publicly said, and this is on the Reality Rundown page as well, Alexia publicly said she should have defended Gertie in that moment. I feel like the whole table should have defended Gertie in that moment. We've seen this before on Real Housewives of Potomac when Mia did this to Wendy and everyone was just sitting there and everyone was barking at Wendy for her reaction to getting disrespected. One thing you can't do is dictate how someone reacts to getting disrespected. Point blank, period. On camera or off camera. So, her reaction to getting disrespected was putting on those text messages. Was it right? I think it was a little whack. But at the same time, Gertie felt alone. No one defended her. But going back to Alexia publicly said that she felt like she should have stood up for Gertie. Do you guys think that she's only saying this because she got feedback from the fans in the comment section? Or do you guys feel that Alexia really watched the episode and said, damn, I should have done something different? So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Alexia's reaction. So yeah, let's move right along. Alexia and Stephanie's little back and forth I'm living for because it's two dominant personalities coming at each other. Love it. Alexia's reactions are hilarious. Alexia to me is one of my favorite housewives on Miami. Her reactions, her meltdowns, her emotions. I think that she portrays a lot of different sides of her on the show, with vulnerability being the head honcho, her marriage, her kids, Frankie, all of the things. So watching her have a battle with Stephanie is very entertaining for me personally, and I think Stephanie likes challenging Alexia. I will say that you can tell that Stephanie definitely has watched the show before, because you can tell she is very picky and choosy of who she is battling with. So, yeah. So in this latest episode, we see Stephanie's renovation of her house with her husband. She said that she wanted to completely rip it apart and start over. Her husband said, yes, why not? She also said that she could have just bought a whole new house with the amount of money that she was spending on renovating the house. So, yeah. Do you guys think Stephanie should have renovated the house or just bought a whole new, brand new one? What do you guys think? Let me know. The house is huge. The house looks like it's gonna be amazing and luxurious. So I'm excited to see Stephanie's new crib. So yeah, moving right along, we see Alexia have a scene with her kids, which I always love Alexia with her kids, number one. I love the way she is with Frankie. I love the way that her older son is with Frankie. And she looks fabulous in that two-piece Dolce and Gabbana suit, the sportswear suit. Her body's fab, her body is tea, and she's about to be 60, I think, guys, and she's like really, really, really looking amazing. So I love how vulnerable her older son got about Frankie. Frankie is like doing really good. Like he is emotionally aware of his mom's feelings, his brother's feelings. He's like, guys, enough with the crying. I don't want to hear it anymore. Let's be happy. Let's be in a good mood. Let's be in a good space. So like him shifting that scene and that energy was really inspiring to see. And I love how Alexia loves her kids. And I love how her sons love each other down. I'm just hoping for Alexia to really just try and get it together with Todd. Like, girl, she stated a few episodes ago that she was willing to step away from the show if it meant keeping Todd. Sister, let me tell you something. There is no Real Housewives of Miami without Alexia, okay? Whether we love her or not, Alexia brings a lot to the show. She brings a lot to the franchise. She is one of the main faces of the Real Housewives of Miami. So I need her to realize that she is a star. She is amazing. She is a boss. And she doesn't need to be second choice to a man in order to feel whole. Like, you built your brand and you guys got a second chance after being off air for eight years. So you got a second chance on really rebuilding the Real Housewives of Miami. For you to leave it for a man who treats you like that, step it up. I need you to stand up, Alexia. We're rooting for you. We love you. And yeah, so that's that on Alexia and Todd. Let's move along to Dr. Nicole coming back for her little scene. I was so excited to see Dr. Nicole come back for her scene. As soon as she stepped on the scene, she was bright, she was vibrant, she was just joyful, just brought a bright light to the scene. Because I feel like these last few episodes have been really like dramatic filled, a little bit of dark energy, everyone arguing, the Gertie, the Lisa, the Larsa, the this, the that, everyone has just been at odds. So see Dr. Nicole coming in bright, smiling, excited to see Gertie, hugging her, catching up. I thought that that was a really, really nice thing to see. Gertie, what I love about Dr. Nicole and Gertie is that they have each other's backs no matter what. And what they have that a lot of these other girls, even on other shows, have is that they keep each other accountable for when they feel like they're doing wrong or when they feel like something is going, if they feel like they overstepped a boundary, if they feel like they dug a little too deep, they are not afraid to let each other know that they did that, which is what a real friend is supposed to do. Keep it real. Let me know if I really am bugging out. Let me know if you feel like I'm stepping over the line, if you feel like I embarrassed myself. Like, keep it real with me. Don't always have my back even when I'm wrong. I'm never going to learn. I'm never going to grow. So I feel like their friendship, a lot of these other housewives can learn from. It's like, let me know. So I loved their little thing. First of all, Dr. Nicole steps on the scene and they show the price tag of her bag, which is Old School Housewives, which I absolutely 100% adore. We love that. Her bag matching her shoes. She's just like the perfect housewife, I feel like. She has it all. She has the package. She has the personality. She has the money, the luxury. So I feel like having Stephanie kind of take her place, I'm like, it's like having them together would have been fun. But I miss Dr. Nicole's energy on the show. I saw a lot of people on Twitter said the same thing, so a lot of people were on the same page. It was just really nice to see, and I love that her and Gertie can continue to have a friendship and relationship. And I love that Dr. Nicole had an opinion on the new girl entering the group and how she felt like the dynamics between her and Alexia were how she was predicting how it was going to be. Two alpha females in the same setting, in the same group. So, yeah. So she predicted right. Two alpha, and that's exactly what's happening. The two alphas going at it to see who's going to be the top dog. Speaking of top dog, the Chihuahua thing going back and forth, Lord have mercy. We're going to get to that a little later. So, let's dive into Adriana. First of all, Adriana going haywire on Marisol all episode had me cracking up. This is why she was Censor Mojito seasons 1, 2, and 3. Honey, Adriana is a star. She knows how to keep the scenes going. She knows how to just let it flow. Like keeping the drama alive on the sets, okay? Because the things that were coming out of Adriana's mouth this last episode, I was yelping. Like, honestly, I haven't seen, like, the blatant disrespect like that in a long time. It was one after another, after another, after another, after another. And honestly, I was living for all of it, okay? All right, I wrote some things down that Adriana has said to Marisol. Marisol, according to Adriana, Marisol has 0 talent. She has dried and shrivel up dried knees. She's manipulative, she wears fake Birkin bags, and the evil seeps through her soul. Jeez Louise, Adriana. She is ruthless. Holy cow. So her screaming those things from one boat to the other. First of all, them having separate boats was iconic, and them picking who wants to be on each boat was very middle school. I stand, I live for it. Separate the group, but somehow the boats, of course, are riding next to each other, and Adriana is just spewing these insults from across a whole nother boat. Iconic. In the middle, that's peak Real Housewives of Miami on a yacht in the middle of the ocean, going ham on each other. Good job, Adriana. Good job, Marisol. Kept the episode going. All right, okay, we're gonna go back to Alexia and Stephanie. First of all, Alexia called herself a Rottweiler and called her a Chihuahua. I think Alexia subconsciously doesn't realize that she is subliminally saying, I'm the big dog, you're the little dog. But I don't think it clicked in her head right when she said it, but she's so subconsciously the big dog, figuratively speaking, she is the big dog and she looks at everyone else as the little dog. So for her to call herself the Rottweiler and the Chihuahua, and Stephanie the Chihuahua, I think was hilarious. Alexia just wouldn't let it go after that. Like, she just kept going back and forth. You're the Chihuahua. I'm the this. I'm the that. Blah 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 blah. Then they bring it up later on a FaceTime call, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So, moving right along. Let's go back to Adriana. Adriana then keeps going at at Marisol. She's being super mean, calling her wrinkled knees, calling her the Wicked Witch of the West. She said that when they did the water gun prank, I love the water gun prank, by the way. I think the water gun prank was fun. It was like to lighten the mood, exactly what their goal was. That's what it looked like. But of course, boring people are gonna be like, me, what are you doing? Oh my god. First of all, it's summer. Second of all, it's water. What I didn't like was they were spraying the water, and Larsa threw her alcoholic drink at one of the girls. They briefly showed it. There wasn't a response to it, but it was like, girl, water and alcohol are two different things, honey. If it got into somebody's eye, that could have been bad. But I wasn't a fan of Larsa throwing an alcoholic drink at one of the girls who was just trying to have fun. So when when Adriana was doing the water gun to Marisol, she was saying that she, of course, didn't like it because wicked witches melt when they have water hit on them, and I thought that was hilarious. All of Adriana's jokes this whole episode in her confessionals were A1. Like, this was Adriana's episode, and yes, she might have been drunk according to the girls, but I think that she performed excellent, and she looks amazing. I think that her confessionals, she looks so good. I think they all look amazing, though. This is a really pretty, good-looking cast overall. The Real Housewives of Miami give beauty down, all of them. So shout out to the whole cast of The Real Housewives of Miami, serving us beauty on a platter week after week. Let me see what else I got here. Okay. Adriana in the confessional, saying when she was talking to Julia on the boat one-on-one, she was trying to explain, like, girl, there's exactly what I said earlier. There is a reaction to actions. And in her confessional, Adriana was saying that Julia was wrong for the water throw, but Julia is having a hard time taking that feedback when she is wrong. People just don't do things out of nowhere. Gertie's reaction was because of her getting embarrassed, getting a drink thrown in her face, and I love that Adriana pointed that out in the confessional. Julia cannot take criticism or take constructive feedback or take note of when she is in the wrong. So, Adriana, another excellent job. Prove us having Gertie's back basically on camera. So, love that. Alright, let's move along to... We're about to start wrapping up with the last scene where they have to say nice things about each other. I love that. Usually, we have the Heather game, like, let's go through each other's phones and find the nastiest things we read about each other and read it out loud. Or Marisol's famous, let's play a game. Who here do we trust the least? I'm glad we switched it up for the sake of the group, because this group has been going at it one after another, after another, after another. But I am so happy Lisa took the torch and was like, let's say something nice about each other. Please. So I thought it was funny that the people who had the most beefs had to say something nice about each other. I think Gertie and Julia's things about each other was really nice and genuine. I found it to be very, 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 very genuine, which I loved to see. And you can tell they really love each other. You could tell Julia and Gertie really are hurt by each other. But at the same token, I think Julia took it to a level that Gertie is just not comfortable with. And I don't know. The fans on Twitter are saying Julia was just looking for some camera and airtime or a storyline and used Gertie, sacrificed her friendship with Gertie for the sake of a storyline. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Gertie and do you guys think that Julia is sacrificing her friendship for a storyline on The Real Housewives of Miami? Let me know. So them saying nice things about each other was nice to see. Then we have Marisol and Adriana. Marisol took way too long to say something nice about Adriana. And let's not forget, Adriana and Marisol are one of the original cast members of The Real Housewives of Miami that started in, I believe, don't quote me, 2011 or 12, I believe. So they know a lot about each other. They know each other for over a decade, okay? So for them to have so much trouble picking one nice thing about each other was hilarious to see. But then the editors are so funny because as Marisol is thinking, they do the thought bubble and it's Adriana annihilating Marisol verbally going ham on her in that thought bubble, and I thought that was hilarious. Adriana just causing ruckus, chaos, drama in that thought bubble, as she did the whole episode, as she has done her whole run on the show. I think it's hilarious because the way she does it is just so funny to me. But yeah, so I thought that game was nice. Hopefully the group can move forward. My hopes is that I don't want to hear another episode about Julia and Gertie. Por favor. Please. I don't want to hear another episode about Julia and Gertie. I want to move on from that battle. I want them to make up, move on, yada, 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 yada. What I did miss this episode, which I do like to see, is the spar of Larsa and Lisa. I did miss the Lisa and Larsa spar this episode, but I feel like they had to get off each other's necks for a little bit because they've been on each other's necks since the first 5 minutes of episode 1. Let me just say, every episode of The Real Housewives of Miami has been delivering story. Feuds, story. From the first 5 minutes of the season. They say that the viewership is low on live television, but the streaming numbers are extremely high. So keep watching The Real Housewives of Miami. Keep supporting our girls. And yeah. So let's see. So we leave the episode with a preview of next episode, which is Stephanie and Alexia back on the conversation of the Chihuahua and the Rottweiler. Here we go again. So they show a preview of Larsa on FaceTime with Stephanie, and they're talking, and Stephanie sees that Alexia is next to her, and she says, "Hey, Rottweiler," and Alexia does not like that. Alexia's like, her reactions are so funny. Like, she did not like that. Mind you, Alexia is the one who called herself the Rottweiler. I'm not sure if she's forgetting that she did that, but I thought it was hilarious that she took offense to Stephanie calling her a name that she named herself. And Stephanie was confused at her confessional. She's like, I'm not sure if she forgot. I'm not sure. Like, what is this? But, yo, Alexia saying, super funny, Stephanie. Super funny. Super funny, Stephanie. Super funny. So, alright, so we have a caller coming in from Puerto Rico, in a few minutes. So stay tuned for that. But I love that Stephanie and Alexia are acting like they're building a frenemy relationship, I feel like. It's like 1 second they're good, 1 second they're not. Alexia's like, yeah, we're good, bro. Yeah, we're good. But then the next scene, she's like, oh my God, why'd you call me that? Watch your mouth. Da 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 da. And one thing that I did see that Alexia brought up was, shouldn't she be happy in Canada with her perfect husband, her perfect wife, her perfect life, her perfect whatever, naming all of the things she has. So I think Larsa was like, it's coming off a little bit jealous, but I don't think it's jealousy. I just think that Alexia just says what's on her mind. I think Alexia just sometimes Alexia just talks to talk. And sometimes you have to appreciate that because that's what makes high quality television. I think all of the Real Housewives give us, of Miami, give us high quality television. They're all eating, they're all serving their looks, they're all giving it. They're all giving it. I want to rewind just a little bit because I'm still not over this. I spoke about it a little bit on my podcast, on my TikTok about the red flag ceremony.
Oh,
Oh! Hi!
how are you?
I'm good. How are you? How's Puerto Rico?
Great. It's amazing. It's very hot and it's nice.
Oh my god, I miss Puerto Rico. I haven't been there in like a year. Have you been watching Miami?
Yes, I have.
Ah! Okay, so what do you think of Adriana and Marisol's back and forth this last episode? Have you watched it? This last episode?
I did not see the last episode.
Okay.
I
All
have to
right.
catch up. Adrienne and Marisol.
Yeah,
What happened?
they were just going at it. Like,
So it
first of all,
got some time because it looked like they've been editing her out.
yeah. So they got separated onto two different yachts, and Adriana's just basically annihilating Marisol the whole episode, saying that she has no talent, she's shriveled up, dry knees, she wears fake Birkin bags, she's evil, all of this like she was wasted. She was wasted, just going off, going off, going off, and I thought it was freaking hilarious.
Well, now you think,
You're coming in and out, and
did you say it was Alexia and Adriana?
no, Marisol and Adriana.
Marisol. Oh my God, I like
Adriana was
Marisol.
annihilating Marisol.
Oh my God, I like Marisol, but they always beefing. I don't know why since the last like 2 or 3 seasons.
When I tell you, Adriana got wasted and was just talking mad shit the whole time. It was mad funny.
So the battle of the friends of
Yeah, basically. Who were actually the stars of seasons 1, 2, and 3. Adriana was
I
sent
know.
to though in the beginning. It was so crazy
Yeah,
that
yeah,
she
yeah.
up.
No, I love Adriana and I love Marisol. I don't like Alexia this season.
You don't like Alexia?
No, and her wrinkle ass arms.
I love her meltdowns. I think when she like has her little conniptions and she like is like, what? I think it's so
Alexia
funny.
just thinks that she's the queen of Miami, and it's like, ma'am, your life is falling apart. Focus on your life.
She's like the Teresa Giudice. Like they just have similar crossover personality traits, and I think it's hilarious.
But I don't think they hold the same position.
No.
Yeah.
How do you feel about what Gertie did with the text messages?
That was so corny.
Yeah.
It was like everything Gertie does, very corny. Gordy, Gertie spends so much time planning for a moment. And
Yeah.
it's obvious she's so thirsty, which is why I'm actually not upset that she was throwing a cup of water because she needed it. But Gertie is so corny. The text message is like, why would you think that somebody's gonna read 3 slides of text messages in one picture? That'll make no sense.
Yeah.
Um, the text messages didn't hit. It just made you look stupid and petty because Julia came to support you at your event. It's an event where you're celebrating life and you decided to fuck your event up to like make a moment out of Julia when it's just like how Kenya messed up her event by making it about Brit.
Yeah. I feel that we've seen this before on Potomac, where the reaction is more crucified than the action. So I got a cup of water thrown at me. I feel like what's her name? Julia was the one looking for a moment. I feel like they whispered in her ear this season, like, let's start, you need to start some shit. You need to start some shit with Gertie.
Yeah.
No one at that table, and what I didn't like was no one backed up Gertie at that table when she got the cup of water thrown at her. Then they get the backlash. They get the backlash on the internet, and then Alexia and everyone is like, well, maybe I should have done something at the table. You know what I mean? It's just like Gertie's getting the stereotypical stereotype of, you know, the angry black woman on the cast. The only one that's iced out on the cast that has a double standard of when she reacts to something that's done to her, she looks like the monster, but no one is sitting Julia down and being like, girl, you were wrong. And
But they did.
They did that at this episode. Adriana did. She sat her down one-on-one on the yacht and was like, girl,
you're wrong.
Yeah.
But that's why she texted her and apologized and then had a whole sit down and apologize again.
Yeah.
I understand both sides as well, and I completely can see how it could look that way, but for Gertie, I don't see it. Because, first of all, Gertie's Haitian and she married a white man. Gertie is surrounded by all white women or white Latinas. So she's just now this season buttering up to Kiki. So I don't really give her that edge because it's not a thing that you should pull for convenience. Because she has never pulled the race card before. And also, I feel like Julia throwing a cup of water at her was a reaction to her saying, you left your wife who was battling cancer to get a facelift. That was fucked up. Because Julia and Gertie were kind of besties last season.
Yeah.
So, like, for you to throw something, like, imagine a best friend and you and the best friend arguing, and your best friend throws something private out, you're going to react because you don't think that best friend is going to throw out secrets when y'all have an argument. Also, Gertie is the one that brought the topic up at the fucking wedding. Julia didn't bring it up. You brought up the cruise and how Julia didn't invite you to the dinner, and then she got a facelift and blah, blah, blah. So I don't really feel bad for Gertie getting water thrown at her for that.
I can tell that they definitely miss each other, and they love each other. Like, they need to get over this hump. I think with the. But
do you agree with her doing the text messages even after they had to sit down?
I think that you embarrassed me throwing water in my face. I had to sit there and watch everybody sit in silence, not defending me. I'm gonna get my lick back. It's Housewives. Let's go.
But also, it's again Housewives. A cup of water is not the worst thing that can happen.
It's still considered like assault. You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah.
I
think the text messages, and you know why I am not mad at the text messages. It wasn't like she was exposing infidelity or like deep dark secrets or like something that Kenny did. It was literally like, this is what the conversation was. I'm proving to you guys that I'm not lying. And you know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh my God, these are like deep, dark, crazy, private text messages. It was everything Gertie said that their conversation was just plastered on a big paper. But
nobody cared about the cruise.
Yeah.
Like, nobody cared about the cruise.
All right, let's move on to Alexia and Stephanie. How do you feel about those two?
Stephanie is a great addition to the cast. I feel like when she went out outside, can you move? when she went outside to see why everybody was leaving, I supported that. Because she wasn't being messy.
I agree.
Then Alexia was like, oh, you got to pick a side. You can't be neutral, blah, blah, blah. And it's Alexia, shut the fuck up because you are dating a narcissist, bitch.
Oh, my God.
And you're still trying to get with him. And Stephanie read Alexia down. Just to apologize 2 seconds later, but it was...
I love this Alexia and Stephanie back and forth because 1 second they're like, yeah, we're cool, we're good. And then the next second they're like, but coming at each other one after another. This episode, they
Right.
come at each other again. The dumbest thing. Like Alexia was like, "I'm a Rottweiler, you're a Chihuahua," and then
Oh,
Stephanie's like, "Why? You feel like I'm the smaller dog and you're the bigger dog? You feel like you're bigger than everybody?" It's like the dumbest back and forth
but
ever.
I'm glad that she's called like she's giving it back to Alexia because
Yeah,
Alexia
yeah,
really thinks that she's
I
the
love
big
it.
one. Yeah.
I am obsessed with all of the Alexia and Stephanie back and forth. Alexia, and then they preview next episode after this episode for next week, and they're
Yeah.
still going at it on FaceTime. Like, just going back and forth about the Rottweiler Chihuahua thing, and it's just the stupidest, well, but it's entertaining. Stupidest fight ever. But Stephanie did not go on the cast getaway because she had to go to Canada with her husband. But I'm excited for this new frenemy situation that they're creating. The Stephanie and
Did
Alexa.
Nicole come back?
She did. Nicole came and she had a scene with Gertie, and they were just basically filling each other in. And Dr. Nicole was basically predicting the feud between Alexia and Stephanie. She's like, I don't know how these two alpha females are gonna like coexist in the same group. So I thought it was interesting that she already predicted that without even being in the mess, you know. Gertie was like, "When can you come back to the group?" And she was like, "TBD." So let's.
Nicole is missed. Nicole is
I
missed.
miss Nicole too. She showed
Um,
up with her bag, and they showed like Throwback Housewives the price tag of the bag as soon as she stepped on the scene. Boom! I was like, "Go off, Dr. Nicole." She looked so cute
Ryan.
too.
Now Stephanie, I like her energy because the only person I think that she won't get into it with, honestly, is Larsa. That's the only person I think. And again, you saw like even when they went to closet shopping or whatever, they could give
Hmm.
it back and forth, but there's nothing that go deeper than that because they both respect each other. These
Right.
other women, they don't respect each other. Like they will say anything, they will curse anybody out, take your side one day, take your side the other day, just to like have an issue.
What did you think of the red flag ceremony with Lisa and Larsa? That
The
was like,
red flag ceremony. What the hell was that?
remember when they did the red flag thing
Oh my god!
with the
The
vases?
cups, the cups.
Yeah, the cups. Yeah. What did you think of first of all, what do you think of Larsa versus Lisa? Because there's so many
Okay.
different battles this season. It's like everyone's working this season.
Yes, yes. Larsa versus Lisa. I love Lisa, but
Me too.
Lisa does live in her own world. She lives in her own world where she really don't give a fuck about what nobody else is going through. She only care about what she's going through. And guess what? I like that she's on the cast because a lot of people are like that. Like in real life, people don't think about nobody else's life. They just think about what they're going through, and it's the worst thing in the world.
Right.
And sometimes you need friends to call that out, to
Hmm.
point it out because sometimes people don't see it. And I think that her and Larsa did they pick up already?
They have not made up yet.
They have not made up, but they're being cordial now.
Yeah, this episode they didn't have any feuding.
I think it was funny how Lisa got all the red flags. That shit was hilarious.
I felt
And,
bad for her.
but it led to exactly what I thought would happen. Is she gonna get up, make a scene, and cry and leave? Well,
I like that what they did when they did the flashback of all the, because one thing about Lisa, yeah, she's in her own bubble, but she's not malicious or does things
No,
to
no.
hurt people. Like,
but she's not thoughtful or respectful to nobody's time either.
right. Larsa on the other hand has like, with every single cast member done some like really nasty work, you know? So I just feel like people caught amnesia during that red flag thing because yes, Lisa deserves a lot of it, but so did Larsa, so did Alexia. I feel like all of them have a lot of the same narcissistic traits. The whole cast.
They do. They do.
That's what makes it amazing show. And
But I think the reason why Lisa got so many flags is because she's maybe the only one that don't admit it. Like
she's the only one that what?
she doesn't admit it. Like she doesn't think that she's doing anything wrong. She has anything wrong with her. She thinks she's the
Yeah.
best friend, the most thoughtful. She's always
Yeah.
happy, ready, fun. And it's like no. And then Larsa, she gets into it with everybody, but it's never deep. They get into it, they go to hell, and they come right back out, and then they friends again.
Talk about hell. Hell. They take it
Yes,
to hell. I'm
she's
like,
the
girl.
definition of you go low, I'm going to hell.
Yes, exactly. I what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about Lisa. I forgot. Oh, Lisa's been posting all over social media lately how she's been on time for things. So I think that she was at the after
Stephanie
show on
did something.
Bravo. She's at the after show on Bravo. She's going to everyone's dressing room like, look, I'm ready first. I'm ready first. So maybe this season was necessary for her to get the fire under her ass, for her to be on time for things. I'm proud of you, Lisa. I love Lisa. Lisa's one of my
She
favorites.
needed she needed that wake up call from Stephanie, who's not a friend of the like she wasn't in the group.
Hmm.
Everybody else has always been annoyed with Lisa, but they don't say nothing.
Right. Yeah.
But 2 hours, girl, I would not be in that sprint away for 2 hours.
2 hours. But to her defense, because I have to defend Lisa always, she told them they could leave. She told them they could leave if they didn't want to wait. And so,
So
you
it
know,
just made better TV.
it just made better TV. Producers were probably like, you know what, we're gonna wait.
They were like, Stephanie's heating up.
Yes, we're gonna wait. So we can see, so we can see a feud go down, and that scene was pretty intense.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna play a question game.
Okay.
Interactive questions for the chat. Can you see the full screen?
Yeah.
Okay. A new segment coming on the screen. It's a question game. All right, I'm ready for the questions, producer. Would you forgive a friend who put your text on a big screen at a charity event?
No.
I don't know. Depends on the situation. So, like, I think that if it was just a conversation that was like proving something we've already spoken about, fine, I'll get over it.
Yeah.
But if it's like telling like something that I told you to keep on the low or a secret, like, bitch, we're fighting.
But put screen. Like part
Say that again. You're breaking up a little bit.
but displaying it on a screen at a party. Wow.
I think I would forgive after like, cause if like you obviously heard about something I did to you, so like let's figure it out. You know. Hmm. Next question, producer. I like these questions popping up on the screen. Is Alexia too sensitive, or does she just want loyalty? You want to go first?
Sensitive. I've never thought about Alexia as sensitive. So she wants loyalty, blind loyalty, and don't expect it back.
Yeah, I think that Alexia. Okay, Alexia. First of all, let's rewind to last episode. Alexia is saying that she's not a narcissist. That she has empathy. Took me out clean because she hosted the narcissist event sitting on a throne above the other girls and the other girls. That's like that's peak television. Like, she's throwing a narcissistic event saying she's not narcissistic, sitting on a throne above the other housewives. Go off, Alexia. But to answer this question, I think that I don't think she's sensitive. I think she just wants loyalty. I think that she wants you to pick sides and to be very stern and mean about it.
Yep. And she expects you to go to war.
Yeah, she wants to go to
But
war.
then she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah. She cracks me up. Was Stephanie just being honest, or did she cross a line bringing up Todd? I think that she crossed a line. Like, you're new here, honey. If it was like any of the other girls, maybe. It's like you just stepped on the scene. So I definitely think that she was crossing a sensitive line. But I did respect the fact that she told Alexia, I just think you are too good for him. So I did like that.
Huh. I don't think she crossed the line because Alexia was coming for her for no reason. She was just saying, "I'm not picking a side. I'm here to support Gertie, so I'm not gonna leave." That doesn't mean that I agree with what she did. So I don't think that she was crossing the line because Alexia thinks she's on a high horse again when her life is falling apart. So it's like, come down from your high horse, man. You're not better than nobody else.
Alexia, we want better for you, honey. You need a new man or to be single. Let's go. Does anyone believe Larsa actually wants to coexist with Lisa?
Yes, I think Lisa. I think Larsa loves Lisa.
I think that Larsa loves Lisa, but she doesn't know how to be a friend. I feel like her sit down at the lunch was their sit down having that lunch to try to like squash things was
Yeah.
Larsa telling Lisa the whole group hates you. Look at blah blah blah. Like no one's your friend. Like girl,
I
if you
don't think Larsa has a filter. Like Larsa likes to know what everybody's saying. Like she wants to know everything. She don't like to be blindsided. She also wants you as a friend to know what's being said about you. And I don't
Mhm.
think that she sees how it looks. She just does it.
Yeah,
I don't
she
think
just
that
does it. Just
I don't
whatever
think that
comes to her
she's
mind.
spotting it. She's like, girl, everybody's talking about you behind your back, which is true, which is what I said earlier. That everybody gets annoyed by Lisa, but nobody says it to her. Stephanie's the first one to say it to her, and Larsa.
I hope I don't want I could if I'm being honest, I don't want them to be back friends. I
More
don't.
drama.
Yeah, I want them to just keep going.
But Lisa's not a great person to fight with. Like she cries too much. Like
I love what her going
it's
to the
like you
bathroom
bully
to
her.
cry, Bendito.
When she was telling Stephanie, "Don't talk to me like that," Stephanie was like, "Girl, shut the fuck up." Like, what are you even talking about right now?
They could talk to me like that. You can't talk to
You
me like
can't.
that.
Don't ever talk to me like that. And Stephanie was like, "Be on time."
I love her like preppy Miami side. It's so cute. I think she's hilarious. Next question, producer. Did Adriana win this episode by trying to be the peacemaker without being boring? Did Adriana win this episode by trying to be the peacemaker without being boring? I think Adriana was winning won this whole episode. She was going haywire on Marisol. I think that she held Julia to the fire about her
Mhm.
actions with the water. I think that in her confessionals, she had Gertie's back. Um, so I think that Adriana did win this episode for sure.
I think Adriana wins any episode she's on. She is a star.
She is a
Um,
star.
what I don't like is how Adriana and Julia came into the show. Like Julia came in as Adriana's friend,
Yeah.
and it's like y'all got estranged because Julia started getting close to Gertie,
Mm-hmm.
and then now you're just. I don't feel it's genuine with the Gertie and Julia situation. I feel like Adriana is just against Julia because Julia dropped her as a friend. I don't know.
Mm. That's an interesting take. I never thought about that.
Because she hasn't said nothing nice about Julia this whole season.
If you're being Switzerland, are you neutral or fake? Okay, this goes for every housewife show because this is an issue on every single franchise, I feel
Right.
like. I feel depends on the situation. Like if we're talking about Alexia, if we're talking about the Gertie and Julia thing, I think it's okay to be Switzerland. But if we're talking about something like on a different show where you're spreading false rumors about someone's marriage, you cannot
Yeah.
take the other side. You know what I
Or
mean?
talking about somebody's kids,
Yeah, right. Talking about
or
stuff.
like supporting someone who cheated or something like that is
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like if two people are just equally feuding and they're just going dagger for dagger without bringing up kids, family, husbands, all of that, then you can be Switzerland all you want. Let's keep it going. Is Gertie
Yeah.
showing her villain era or reclaiming her power?
Neither.
What do you think?
Neither.
Neither?
Gertie wants to be whatever she did, whatever gets her a moment. She's a terrible villain. She's a terrible person that thinks she's plotting on moments. I don't know. Gertie needs to go.
I love me some Gertie. I love her husband. I love her marriage. I think her husband's the best husband on Housewives.
Yeah,
He loves her so bad. I think
I
that
agree.
she portrays a really healthy marriage, and they have a healthy marriage, and they're still showing themselves in counseling, which is so beautiful to watch. I think I love Gertie. Which housewives do you relate to the most right now? Why? Producer, are we talking about Miami or everybody? Which housewife? I guess we're talking about Miami, so let's do Miami. Which housewife do you relate to the most right now, and why? I don't think I can relate to any of these girls because they're all in their own worlds. Like, that's why
Yes,
I love the Real Housewives of Miami, because I literally can't relate
love
to
all
any.
of them.
I can't. They all live in their rich bubble of low key. They all have a dose of a little bit of narcissism, all of them. But I'm trying to think. You go while I think. Who can I relate?
I relate the most to Stephanie because she don't take no shit. She said that like she don't have a lot of girlfriends because they always catty and gossiping, and that's not what she don't really like wasting time with that. Like I
Yeah.
like Stephanie because she's a straight shooter. She's not gonna be bullied or swayed to think one way or defend something. She's gonna stay. She can stand on her own if she needs to.
Right. I'm going to say, I'm gonna say Gertie, just by the way she reacts to certain things with friendships. It's like I'm taken back, but now I gotta get my lick back, girl. Whether you like it or not, it's just like I'm hurt. You're hurt. What I can relate to her about is after her and Julia made up, she thought everything was cool, and then they go to the red flag ceremony, and Julia brings it up again. I'm like, girl, I've had
That's
that.
true.
I've had that done to me before, so it's just like I thought we like. Why do you keep going? Like I love you. Like let's stop. Like enough. You
But
know.
then why not squash it right then and there? Why wait for make it a moment at your life celebration?
True.
But also like Gertie, I don't know. I think Gertie and Julia could go both go. I wish Gertie was still talking about and doing weddings. Like that was so interesting about her. Now it's just like, what are you doing? Nothing. Talking about cancer.
Whose side are you on when it comes to how to handle drama? Call it out in public or handle it one on one? Okay, so I feel like for this setting of Housewives, I love a good dinner scene and somebody getting called out. Okay, a lunch scene. There, first of all, the housewives are always eating, so but that I love a good lunch dinner scene where there's like, okay, I got a bone to pick with you. I love
Yeah.
that. But if depends, like if there's certain housewives that are mad cool off camera, like.
Yes.
If I feel like if me and my homegirl are filming the show together and we're mad tight, I'm gonna have a one-on-one scene with you. But if you're
Right,
just a
right.
girl on my ensemble that I just kick it with just for filming, I'm gonna call you out at the table.
Right.
How do you feel?
I would say, and that's what I was gonna say. If it's a real friendship, you don't bring it up with an audience.
Right.
Even if it's on a TV show, because it's gonna be on TV regardless if you have a one on one or in a group. If
Right.
it's someone that you don't really have a close friendship with, that's someone who you're still like on the verge of. You don't know if they're going to be a close friend or you're filling them out. Then I'll do it in a group setting. Or I don't have a problem calling out a real friend if they do something wrong in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say like the Julia, if Adriana was really really close with Julia when she threw that water, I wouldn't mind if Adriana called her out right there and there. Like
Mm-hmm.
Julia, that was completely wrong. Like you should apologize. Blah blah blah. That's different.
Mm. I agree. I agree. Hold on one second. How's Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico's a
I can't hear
Puerto
you,
Rico's
boo.
that.
I can't hear you going in and out.
Are we gonna see that?
Oh, when are you going?
Tonight.
Yes.
About to be lit.
Love that for you. I hope you guys have the best time. It's just you and
It's me.
Kevin.
It's 4 of us.
Oh, cute. Betty, nice.
Look at them.
Ah, I love that. All right, let's wrap this up. Whew, Miami never gives us a break, and honestly, we don't want one. Gertie said celebration of life, but baby, that was a celebration of receipts. Stephanie said she was being Switzerland. Alexia said absolutely not. And Julia, she's still somewhere, clinging to her Betty Boop energy and dodging the LED screen of truth. Before we go, let me know in the chat, who do y'all think will be the next one to snap this season? Because if this was just the beginning of Gertie's comeback era, I'm scared for what's coming next. Make sure y'all like this live, follow, and send to your friends who always trying to be neutral but stay in the mess. Till next time, remember in Miami, even the charity events come with a side of shade. Goodbye, y'all. Thank you, Anthony, so much for coming on. We'll see you soon. We always love your opinions. We'll chat soon. Have fun tonight.
Bye.
Bye.